survive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On second down, it's Cook again. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Von Miller has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division.
Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery runs up an ideal field position where they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor, and he'll be out right at the 35. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. It's complete to Williams. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And And that is incomplete here.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 9. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first and 10, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Here's Cousins. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down and 4. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On second down, Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. They try again with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and Diggs has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Play action, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. To throw, Cousins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cook. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On play action, Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Option play, here's Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nut. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Vikingsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
From the 36, Cousins. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Going quickly out to the right side. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belting before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. He's got room at the 30. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 50 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
These guys will take a 10-point lead.
The touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Off the play fake, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Cousins now from the 50. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tagged on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's when you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Here's Cook again.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
And he'll be kicking into the wind in the 4th quarter now. And the kick is good. He needed a little out there for the crossbar, but the carry goes his way. And the Bills will hold on to their lead. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. On 1st down, Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And again, it's Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
That is caught by Thielen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Now Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give left side to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Cook up the gut. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Allen now on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Half 85.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis from 8 yards out. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. They will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. A
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they...
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Could have starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats, that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the... I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy, that 100